James E. Shepard was born on November 3rd, 1875 in Raleigh, North Carolina, to Reverend Augustus and Hattie E. Whitted Shepard. He worked as a pharmacist for a short time after graduating from Shaw University in 1894 after receiving his Ph.D., that's a graduate pharmacist degree. James E. Shepard married Mary Day Robinson, daughter of antebellum furniture craftsman Thomas Day, in 1895, and the couple had 2 children. In 1898, Shepard, along with John Merrick, established North Carolina Mutual Insurance Company in Durham. Eventually, Shepard founded Farmers and Mechanics Bank in Durham as well. A lifelong Republican, Shepard worked briefly from 1899 to 1900 as a federal appointee of President William McKinley in the Recorder of Deeds office in Washington, D.C. He would later be an advisor to President Theodore Roosevelt in 1923. By 1910, Shepard was one of the wealthiest and most successful African-American businessmen in the United States. He believed deeply in education and lamented the relatively small number of colleges for African Americans in his state. He would found the National Religious Training School in Chautauqua for the colored race on July 5th, 1910. He boldly declared its purpose to be the development in young men and women of the character and sound academic training requisite for real service to the nation. He wanted his students to graduate with a high level of self-sufficiency. The institution was sold and reorganized in 1915 as the National Training School. In 1923, the North Carolina State Legislature converted the institution into the North Carolina College for Negroes and dedicated it to the liberal arts education and the preparation of teachers and principals. The college thus became the nation's first state-supported liberal arts college for Black students. The first 4-year class graduated on June 6, 1929. The school's name was changed to its current designation of North Carolina Central University in 1969, and it became a part of the Consolidated University of North Carolina Systems created in 1972. James E. Shepard would become influential in aiding refugees during World War II. 53 Jewish scholars fleeing Nazi Germany received jobs and work visas from HBCUs like the North Carolina Central University in Durham, or NC Central, Tougaloo College in Mississippi, and Howard University in Washington, D.C. Those Black institutions, in effect, saved the lives of 53 Jews who had been turned away from white prestigious schools in the U.S. One noted Jewish scholar, Ernest Manasseh, who taught at North Carolina Central from 1939 to his retirement in 1973, said, "If I had not found a refuge at that time, I would have been arrested, deported to a Nazi concentration camp, tortured, and eventually killed." NC Central's Black president, James E. Shepard, hired Ernst just before his work visa expired. Shepard also hired 3 other Jewish refugees. Many of the Jewish professors had never encountered Black people, and neither had many students among Jews, segregation being what it was. But the Jewish professors developed a rapport with the Black students based on a shared experience. Being able to witness firsthand what Blacks suffered in the South gave the Jewish scholars a window into something with which they were intimately familiar. Through their interactions, an intersecting discourse emerged. In Shepard's day, he would have been considered what we call today an influencer. He was president of the North Carolina Colored Teachers Association, the International Sunday School Convention, and the State Industrial Association of North Carolina, a trustee of Lincoln Hospital and Oxford Colored Orphanage, a director of Mechanics and Farmers Bank, and a member of the North Carolina Agricultural Society. From the National Religious Training School in Chautauqua to the National Training School in 1915, to the Durham State Normal School in 1923, to the North Carolina College for Negroes in 1925. Dr. Shepard passed away in 1947. Why is this history of the founder of NCCU important? James E. Shepard founded a vision through his desire to see his people thrive and be prosperous. He himself was the guiding image for every generation of Eagles to come. He provided a stamp for what a successful business person can achieve in America. He showed what education can be for the African race to achieve heights never seen before. He showed us what activism can truly be to change the outcome of the lives of millions. Make no mistake, North Carolina Central University is the creation of pure activism, a love for the betterment of society. He showed us how to be good in the face of evil. He showed us the image of caring for those who are not of your own, but linked in solidarity through the human experience. This is why the history of North Carolina Central University is so important. It is the driving force that creates the atmosphere of culture on the campus in Durham and where all of its alumni branch out to. It has proved to be highly successful as well. North Carolina Central University is consistently ranked as a top historically black college or university and best regional university in the South by U.S. News and World Report. Many students from NCCU has made a lasting impression on our society from the golden years to our current times. People such as Maynard Jackson, a lawyer who graduated from NCCU in 1964 and founded the Maynard Jackson Youth Foundation Incorporated in 1990. Kim Coles, a comedian, actress, and model who appeared in the TV hits Living Single and In Living Color. Herman Boone, a high school teacher who inspired Remember the Titans and was inducted in the NCCU Hall of Fame in 2004. And recently, Mayor Leonardo Leah Williams, a former teacher, school administrator, small business owner, and Durham City Council member. He attended North Carolina Central University, where he earned a BA in music education and master's in educational leadership. There is a wealth of history and culture embedded in the fabric of NCCU. It soars through the sky with the eagle flying high. NCCU has an unwavering commitment to academic excellence, groundbreaking research opportunities, and remarkable achievements in securing grants for innovative projects. NCCU provides degrees in criminal justice, business administration and management, social work, registered nursing, and biomedical sciences, to name a few. For undergraduate admissions, as an Eagle, you will receive a strong academic background, encouragement, and support to take flight and soar at North Carolina Central University. This is the first step of making a significant change in the world. Requirements for admission to NCCU include the following: satisfactory 2.5 cumulative grade point average. The average SAT score composite at North Carolina Central University is a 900. NCCU also has graduate studies admissions, which includes a graduate level law school. There's a new world that's waiting to be molded by our brightest stars. Join us and soar among them.
We live today in a society which asks what sort of government it should have, what sort of life that government should make possible, what provision should be made for the aged and infirm, what should be done with our unemployed, how society should deal with its rebels, its criminals, and lazy members, whether our present economic system distributes employment and profits fairly, but what standards should shape their behavior towards each other, and what each of us should do with those hours of life when we are left to ourselves.